Hey everybody, it's Terry from Gilomen Innovations. Today we're going to discuss clutching and why it's important for peak performance on your Polaris side-by-side. Now I made a drawing here on the whiteboard. This is an example of a Ranger 1000. The red line represents a stock machine with a stock ECU and stock clutching. As you can see on the graph here, they run in the lower 6,000 RPM range, say 6,200 RPM. These motors in stock form with the stock ECU dyno testing, they make peak power up around 6,800 RPM. So even stock, they are off the mark as far as the clutching goes for peak performance. The blue line represents a tuned ECU. Peak power on a tuned ECU is up towards 7,800 RPM. Now if you were to leave your clutching stock with a tuned ECU, you are going to be running 7,000 RPM or even lower during a full throttle acceleration in high range. So you are going to be way off the mark with stock clutching, and you'd be leaving a lot of horsepower on the table. So the goal is to change the clutch calibration so your machine runs up towards where it makes peak horsepower on the RPM range. And we typically do that with changing out the weights and spring in the primary clutch. So that's why it's so important. If you want your machine to perform good, clutching is key. And this applies to any of the Polaris side-by-sides. This principle applies to pretty much anything with the CVT clutch system. We've used this principle, all the way back to the early days with snowmobile racing. All the manufacturers go by the same principle, and it works. So anyway, primary clutch, we're changing out weights. This is an example of our Black Max adjustable clutch weight. These have little magnets in there that we change out. More magnets, more weight, makes the engine run at a lower RPM, and it speeds up the shift out in the clutch system. The spring in the primary clutch, that's another key feature. A stiffer spring is going to run at a higher RPM. So the combination of the two is important. Calibrating that right so you're running right where it makes peak power. The second part of clutching is your secondary clutch. Now there's two components in there that are key factors, which one is the helix, two is the spring. Now the helix, that is kind of the deciding factor at how fast your secondary clutch will upshift, and it also provides proper belt tension and belt squeeze. The lower the angle, shallower angle helix is going to shift up slower, provide more belt tension and more belt squeeze. The spring in the secondary clutch, that's another part that is a deciding factor on how fast your secondary clutch can shift up. Now a stiffer spring is going to slow that down, so you have more RPM, more belt squeeze and belt tension. And the spring is the big key feature in back shifting. So the stiffer the spring, the faster the back shifting. But those are some of the key features. If anybody tells you different, they're not, I think they don't know what they're talking about if you're trying to clutch for peak performance. The goal is to allow your engine to ramp up to where it makes peak horsepower as fast as possible, and to maintain that RPM where it makes peak horsepower. So this principle applies across the board. And one of the other things we're going to talk about here quick is belts. Now the drive belt, this belt here is made by the G-Boost company. This is the one that we carry. This is the world's best belt, and my opinion is this belt is the best belt on the market. There's a lot of different brands out there, and my testing and experience and feedback from customers, these belts are, in my opinion, the best belt out there. They're made by the Bando company. The manufacturer is out of Japan, and there's just a lot of technology in these belts, and I highly recommend it. But anyway, that about covers it. I was just going to show you a little quick thing here on this is a snowmobile clutch system, or little graph showing the horsepower curve on a snowmobile. They have a CVT drive clutch system, very similar to the side-by-sides. And this is say a Polaris IQR 600 race sled, makes peak horsepower around 8,600 RPM. As you can see, if you're off just a couple hundred RPM, say you're running at 8,400, you're going to be quite a bit off the mark there. So you know, if you're that's a race sled. If you're off the mark on clutching by that much, you're probably not going to be winning the race, because you'd be getting a bad hole shot, and you'd have just some pretty lacking performance on the track. So that's kind of our background. Snowmobile racing is kind of where we got started, and now it's evolved into this side-by-side market. So anyway, if you have any questions about this stuff, or want to look at some of the information about what we do, check out our website, GilomenInnovations.com, or give us a call. Phone number is 507-645-4555, and we can help you get set up. Thank you.